Well, this is Jared here with Stampede Blue. This is your NFL weekly recap. Here we're going to be talking about Week 15 with Week 16. So looking back a week, if you will, with me. On Thursday night, the Chargers beat the Chiefs on the road 29-28, and Philip Rivers threw 2 touchdowns in the last quarter and carried the Chargers over the Chiefs. And then on Saturday, the Texans beat the Jets 29-22 on the road. And Deshaun Watson hit DeAndre Hopkins for a touchdown late in the game to kind of seal it. And then Baker Mayfield took advantage of the depleted Bronco defense, and the Browns beat the Broncos on the road 17-16. And the Browns are not out of the playoffs. It's Week 16. And then on Sunday, the Cowboys lost to the Colts on the road. Colts shut out the Cowboys first time since 1993. They've been shut out. Final score 23-0, and Marlon Mack had himself a big day. Now, the Vikings beat the Dolphins 41-17, and they got back to their roots, right? They ran Dalvin Cook 26 times, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then Josh Allen had himself a nice game and threw a 42-yard touchdown to Robert Foster early in the fourth quarter. And the Bills beat the Lions at home 14-13. And then the Bears beat the Packers 24-17. Mitchell Trubisky came back and it was all business. He threw 2 touchdowns. And the Bears, I believe, did clinch the AFC North. And then the Titans beat the Giants on the road 17-0. And Derrick Henry had himself a day. And then the Ravens beat the Bucks 20-12. And Lamar Jackson just kind of picked apart a pretty spotty Tampa Bay defense. And then the Redskins beat the Jags on the road 16-13. And Josh Johnson got himself his first NFL start and win, or first NFL start in 7 years, and won 16-13. And then the Falcons beat the Cardinals 40-14 at home, and just the Atlanta defense was outstanding. The Falcon offense had been there. And then the Bengals beat the Raiders 30-16, and Joe Mixon had himself a day. See, we're talking a lot about running backs. That's important late in the year. Just remember that. The 49ers upset the Seahawks at home. 26-23 was the final there in overtime. And then the Steelers beat the Patriots 17-10, and that was a grindy football game. But Big Ben had 2 touchdowns, and that was the difference in a tight football game. And then the Eagles beat the Rams 30-23 on the road on Sunday Night Football. A great football game. Wendell Smallwood had himself 2 touchdowns. And then last night, if you managed to stay awake through that, I applaud you. But the Saints beat the Panthers on the road 12-9. And I believe they also clinch the what would that be? The NFC South, I believe. And then looking at this upcoming week, and before we do that, let's talk about the playoffs. Okay, so sandwiched here in the middle of reading you the schedules, right? Right now, in the AFC, the Chargers and the Ravens are the 5th and 6th seeds, and the Colts are on the outside looking in. The Colts are 8-6, and so is Baltimore, and the tiebreaker is that Baltimore has a higher win percentage in conference games. And then the Colts have the tiebreaker over the Titans and the Dolphins. The Colts would need to happen. I write for a Colts website, right? The Colts really need the Steelers to lose and the Ravens to lose to the Chargers. That would be helpful. And the Colts, of course, need to do their end of the deal and beat the Giants at home, which, hey, that's a tall task. And then in the NFC, the Seahawks and Vikings right now are the 5th and 6th seeds. Those are the wild card teams. Everybody else we know, right? So we know that the Saints, Rams, Bears, and Cowboys run the NFC right now, and the Chiefs, Texans, Patriots, and Steelers run the AFC. Okay, we're talking about the wild cards, the things that are likely to change. So the Seahawks and Vikings are the 5th and 6th seeds, and the Philadelphia Eagles are on the outside looking in. And I think that the Eagles are going to make a playoff push, even without Carson Wentz. That's a decent football team. So this upcoming week, remember, there is no Thursday night football this week, friends. Saturday, the Redskins play at the Titans at 4:30, and then at 8:20, so Saturday night football, kids. The Ravens play at the Chargers. and a very meaningful football game for both teams, I think. And then the Bengals play at the Browns on Sunday at 1 o'clock. The Bucks play at the Cowboys at 1 o'clock. And then the Vikings play at the Lions. The Giants play at the Colts. The Jaguars play at the Dolphins. The Bills play at the Patriots. The Packers play at the Jets. The Texans play at the Eagles. The Falcons play at the Panthers. The Rams play at the Cardinals. That's a 4:05 start. The Bears play at the 49ers at 4:05. The Steelers play at the Saints. That's a 4:25 start. And then Sunday Night Football, Chiefs-Seahawks. And then, of course, on Monday night, this upcoming Monday night is rough. The Denver Broncos will play at the Oakland Raiders. So we'll kind of see what happens here, if there's any movement. Like I said, a lot of meaningful football left. What an exciting time to be a football fan. This has been Jared with Stampede Blue. This is your NFL Weekly Recap. And we'll see you at Christmas. So happy holidays to you if you celebrate, no matter what you celebrate. And we'll see you after the games next week.